On today's show, we're going to take an in-depth look at the GoPro Fusion, a 360 camera that might help you if you're looking to get all those extra angles on your action shots. It's time for Unboxed Daily. Welcome to Unboxed Daily. I'm your host, Jason. And if you're an adventurer, if you're out skiing and snowboarding every weekend, taking beautiful shots with your camera all over the place, but you're looking for that little extra something, you might want to check out the GoPro Fusion, which we're going to take a look at today. If you like what you see and you want to check out more, hit that subscribe button. And if you really want to show us that love, hit that notification bell as well. All right, first things first. We got to actually check out what this camera is and all the basic specs. Because you know, a lot of GoPro's cameras kind of look the same and it's hard to tell them apart unless you know exactly what you're getting into. So here to give us a quick overview is iPhone Doe, who's got all the specs you need to know.
Just like a lot of 360 cameras, with Fusion, you're not stuck with the 360-degree video. You can use the footage to create interesting angles like this little planet. Fusion shoots in 5.2K 30 frames per second or 3K 60 frames per second 360 videos. 5.2K gives you enough flexibility to create good looking footage.
It's nice that it comes pre-packaged with all those special 360 effects, and plus shooting at something like 5.2K, you get some high quality images out of this little thing. Now, to be fair, you can't just look at this camera by itself. You have to look at it comparative to other 360 cameras to get a full understanding of where its value lies. So we've got Ben at Life in 360, who's got the GoPro Fusion against 6 other 360 cameras.
If you saw my side-by-side comparison of the Fusion and its 6 closest competitors, you'll see that the Fusion's videos and photos were the most lifelike and realistic to the situations I was in. It came first in almost every situation, and to me, that says this is a camera you can rely on in almost any situation. Whether you're on the move, whether you're on a tripod, whether you're in bright light, low light, mixed light, the Fusion just knows how to handle it. It won't be perfect every time, but it will be 95% of the time.
Well, I think it's clear to see. Ben thinks that the GoPro Fusion is certainly worth time and money if you're looking to invest in a 360 camera. I have to say though, not everybody agrees with that assessment. Just because you want a good 360 camera doesn't mean that the GoPro Fusion is exactly what you're looking for. Here to give us his thoughts as well as to show us the other side of the argument for why you shouldn't get this camera is Tony from Tony and Chelsea Northrop.
So now the not fun part is the post-processing. You have to hook the GoPro up via USB-C to your computer and then browse it, and it imports them, and every time it imports them it has to generate new previews, and for me this is taking about 10 minutes every time. But you can see, look at the error here. It crashed again the last time I did it. This is my 6th attempt at rendering the 360 files.
You know, he makes a good point. I never thought about the challenges that a camera like this would present. I mean, when you're dealing with 5.2K 360 view, it's a lot to handle, and particularly if you're using something that's not out of the box designed to handle this kind of imagery. But that brings us to the main question. Is it worth buying? After all, as we saw earlier, there's lots of 360 cameras out there. Is the GoPro Fusion right for you? Here to give us his final recommendation is Seth from Seth's Bike Hacks, telling us what he thinks about the GoPro Fusion.
Because of gimmicks like Tiny Planet and its $700 price tag, the Fusion is an easy target for criticism. But in the right hands, it does start to look like the future. Smash! Sure, the technology needs to mature before it becomes more practical, but GoPro needed to start somewhere. The Fusion makes an absolute mockery of yesterday's 360 cameras, but I can't see it taking the place of a normal action camera just yet.
Alright, it's not a perfect fit. And to be honest, most people don't seem to want to necessarily recommend it for purchase. But you know, depending on price point and what you're looking for out of a 360 camera, you should make the decision for yourself. But again, if these guys aren't liking it, you might want to take that under advisement. And that's this quick look at the GoPro Fusion. Hope you liked it. If you want to check out more, head on over to unboxed.tv or look us up on the iOS store. In the meantime, I'll be back here soon with more great videos from your favorite product reviewers and unboxers. I'm your host, Jason. Have a great day.